Got it. What is up, family? What is up? What it is? What it do? What it is? What it do? What is up, beautiful people? Y'all come on in. Say what's up to your girl. Let me go back to my presentation and press present. Hello, all of you wonderful people who are joining me here on Instagram and on YouTube. What's up? I got a message for y'all, and that message is stop contradicting yourself. It is blocking your blessings. Hey, Taryn, what's up with your beautiful self, girl? I got a message for y'all, and that is stop contradicting yourself. It is blocking your blessings. I need you to know that the contradiction is blocking your blessings. Now, what I should have did, I should have brought my other phone up here because now I don't know what's happening on YouTube. Let me see. You know what? I can't even worry about that right now. Do I want to run downstairs and get my other phone so I can say what's up to my YouTube family? Let me say what's up over here on Instagram. What's up, Influence? Taryn, what's up? What's up, Jincy? What's up, Zach Zara? Something like that. What's up? Let me check over here on YouTube and say what's up to y'all real quick. What's up, Spree McGee? What's up, Shay? What's up, Lavinia? What is up to y'all? What is up? I was commenting on an Instagram woman's post when I really want to be with my ex again, and I'm still in love with her, and I'm pretty sure she messaged me from a text account trying to. Okay, yeah, you spamming. You spamming. You spamming. Stop spamming. All right. So here's what I want to do. We have to talk about then seeing you going live and stop because it was a sign. All right, Zach, I don't know. That's a lot. We're gonna have to figure that out. That's a lot. So what's going to happen? We're about to talk about why you need to stop contradicting yourself. We're going to talk about why you need to stop contradicting yourself. It's blocking your blessings. So hopefully this message does come for you, Zach, over here on Instagram. Hopefully this message does work out for you and give you some clarity surrounding what it is that you have going on. Hopefully it does do that. And I'm not going to play with y'all. I kind of definitely do want to go and get my other phone. Yes, Zach. Yes. I love it. We're here for it. I want to give y'all over here who are on Instagram, I want to give y'all an opportunity to come to YouTube. And I say that because on YouTube, I got the visuals, right? On YouTube, I actually have a PowerPoint that I'm going to be walking through this information on. And because I have the visuals over here on YouTube, if you're a visual learner, you'll be able to see what's going on, right? You'll be able to see what's going on. All right, you'll be able to see the words. So let's get into why you must stop contradicting yourself because it's blocking your blessings. All right, so the first thing, let's talk about what contradiction is. Well, first of all, let me tell y'all how I came up with this idea. What's up, Will Caprew? My brother. If y'all not following Will Caprew down here on Instagram, then you definitely should be already. All right, let's get into why this topic even came up, okay? First, I was watching the show called, what's that show called? Married at First Sight. How many of y'all watched the show Married at First Sight? Put a 1 in the chat if you watch the show Married at First Sight. And you know what? I am going to run and go get my phone, my other phone, real quick. So here's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to put those 1s in the chat if you watch the show Married at First Sight. And I want you to enjoy this background until I make it back. Because I need my other phone so that I can be seeing what's happening on YouTube. Because I have this screen being projected, I can't follow what's going on YouTube to be able to respond to comments there. So hold on, enjoy my background. You are magic, enjoy it. Yes. Okay. All right. Y'all know I'm 9 months pregnant, so running down them stairs was cardio. So give me a moment because I need water. All right. I just ran. So I was watching a show called Married at First Sight. If Dream wasn't off delivering packages, I would have definitely had him bring my phone. But he's out and about handling business. We got it. So, Married at First Sight, right? I watched the show because I see a lot of craziness happening. Okay? And in relationships, all of your shadow self, all of your inner contradictions really come out. Okay? When you are in a relationship, this is when all of your inner contradictions, this is when all of your shadow self, your inner child, all of those wounds that you haven't dealt with, this is when they come out the most, okay? And so as I'm watching Married at First Sight, I'm glad my heart rate's coming down. That is so good. I love it. So there's these two people on Married at First Sight that really show me contradiction in relationships. One girl on there name is Michaela. She's a firecracker, okay? She's a firecracker. Another guy on there named Johnny. He is so sensitive. He is so emotional, okay? And as I'm watching Married at First Sight, I'm seeing the contradiction. And I was like, I got to make a video about this for the family because we all do it at some point in time, right? We all do it. So in the show Married at First Sight, the girl Michaela, her father passed away a couple of years ago. And so she's dealing with an abandonment wound. Y'all know I'm always here for the healing, right? So the girl on Married at First Sight, her father passed away a couple of years ago. And so she has an abandonment wound because, she feels abandoned. Her father left this realm. Okay. And she's in a relationship. She's married to this guy named, I think his name is like Zach or something like that. And this guy grew up with both mother and father in the household, right? So he wants to be very present. He wants to be there. He wants to feel wanted as a man, as a partner. But every time they get into an argument, Michaela says, oh no, just go. Like, if you're just gonna go, just go. So she wants someone, like, it's so crazy to just watch and see the psychology of human beings. She knows that she wants the guy. She knows that she wants him to stay there with her, for them to argue it out, for them to have the difficult conversation, for them to move forward. She knows that that's what she wants on a very deep level, but she has an inner contradiction. So when things get heated, when they have an argument, her first response is always, just go. Her first response is, you know what, I'm going to leave. Her first response is, let's just be done with this, when they get into an argument. So she has this inner contradiction going on where she wants someone there to support her, to love her, to battle it out with her, for them to, they can have an argument, but they're going to stay together. That's what she wants. But every time something happens, she reverts back to the old habits. She reverts back to that inner child wound. She reverts back to that shadow self. And she is prone to do and say things that will ultimately ruin the relationship. She has a lot of inner contradiction going on. How many of you know that a lot of you have inner contradiction going on? Hell, myself too. And so I'm going to talk to y'all about why it is so important to stop contradicting yourself, because it's blocking your blessings. This girl on Married at First Sight, she has the potential to have a really adorable relationship. Like when they're good, they look cute, they look adorable, they look fine. But right when the argument happens, her first thing is, and this is something that I had to heal. Thank you to Dream Wise and being patient, because this is something that I had to deal with as well. Okay, this is something that I had to deal with as well. Being a person who grew up with a single mother, parents were separated when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So that's the word, Iman, self-sabotage. You want love. You want somebody to ride it out with you. You want somebody to be there with you, to be present, to love you. You want that. But when things get a little bit heated and you get a little bit triggered, you go into self-sabotage mode, you go into trigger mode, you go into trauma mode, and you start contradicting yourself, and you destroy the possibility. This girl may have really, I haven't watched the last episode that came on Wednesday, but the one the week before that, oh, this girl showed her ass. This girl was a mess. Like, if the dude decides I don't want to stay married with you, it is totally understandable. But so many of us have inner contradiction going on where we will say, I don't never want to experience this, or I'll always experience this, right? We have this inner polarity going on. And because we are not clear, and because we are not present, because we are not very conscious in those moments where our emotions are in uproar, because we're not present, we say and do things and we think thoughts that are not in alignment with what we really want. We got all of this inner contradiction going on. We got this inner battle going on. We're fighting ourselves. We're destroying the things that we say we want to have. And we're doing that a lot of times because we haven't reconciled. We haven't healed, we haven't transformed, we haven't gained a higher perspective of our own trauma, of our own experiences, okay? And I am telling y'all from my own personal life that this is something that we, as spiritual beings having a human experience, is something that we do. And we do it, we contradict ourselves so that we can learn that our perception on certain experiences that we've had is not true. It's not true. It's not real. I want to challenge y'all to question your perception of reality. In any given moment, especially when you're triggered, I want you to ask yourself, is how I'm feeling the truth? Is it the truth, or is it just a mental, emotional habit? Okay? Want y'all to start doing that. So let's get into what contradiction is and a little bit why we do it. But I just told y'all why the idea came into my mind to make this specific video. And then again, I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit later about the guy Johnny on Married at First Sight. He is so contradictory, and it is because he is unhealed. It's that simple. When you have that contradiction going on, it's because you have stuff that you have not healed within you. It's that simple. So what is contradiction? Contradiction is a person, a thing, or a situation in which there are inconsistent elements present. There are inconsistent elements present. So I'm saying, I want love. I want that ride or die type of marriage. I want this, I want that. But right when things happen that make me feel emotional or that remind me of my past, I am instantly ready to throw this love away. I'm instantly ready to throw this relationship away. Or for example, I want support. I want a business partner. I want somebody to help me to grow my business. But when you have that and it may not look the way that you want it to look, next thing you know, you're saying things like, I'm always doing this by myself. I always got to do stuff by myself. I'm the only one this, or I'm the only one that. You got inner contradiction going on. And it's because you have unhealed trauma. Another way of looking at contradiction is a statement of position opposite of the one already made. Okay? A statement of a position, meaning this is where I stand, this is who I am. For example, you say, I am prosperous, I am abundant. And then you turn around and you and you're having a mental conversation that says, man, I can't never get the things that I want. Man, here I go again, struggling. Damn, how am I going to pay this rent? You're contradicting yourself. And this inner contradiction that you have going on is blocking your blessings. Again, I want to invite you all who are over here on Instagram. If this is your primary place of presence, then that's fine. I'm glad to have y'all here on Instagram. But if you are a visual learner, then I would also encourage you to head over, just click my face on this video, click the link tree. And if you scroll the link tree, you'll see my YouTube page. You can click there and join on YouTube. If you are a visual learner, meaning you need to see things, you can do that because on YouTube, we got the visuals going, okay? Now, if you're an auditory learner, then you're good right here. You're good right here. All right, so let's talk about why you contradict yourself. There are 4 main reasons as to why you contradict yourself. 1, polarity. And I'm going to break each of these things down separately. But the first reason why you contradict yourself is due to the law of polarity. You haven't created internal balance. We'll talk about that. 2, presence. Presence. You're not understanding how to be in the moment. 3, possession. You contradict yourself because you are possessed. I know y'all like, what? Possessed? Yeah, you possessed. Well, I'm going to tell you about it in a little bit. And then number 4, you contradict yourself because of your proneness, because you are prone to think, act, feel in certain ways. 4 reasons why you contradict yourself: polarity, presence, possession, and proneness. Those are 4 reasons why you often are contradicting yourself, okay? Let's keep going. All right, first is polarity. The first one is polarity. And we all know, or you've heard of, the laws of the universe, right? The laws of the universe. Polarity is one of those laws that is ever present. I want to say polarity is the second law of the universe, okay? And it's one of those laws that you really need to understand because you have to create balance. Polarity, when we think about polarity, we think about poles, obviously, or we can think about scales. We think about opposites, masculine, feminine, man, woman. We think about good and evil. We think about happy and sad, love, hate. Really is love and fear if you ask other teachers, right? So we think about the opposites. And the reason why polarity, not having that balance, not having that understanding of polarity, the reason why it affects you and makes you contradict yourself is because you haven't accepted the fact that every thought, emotion, and action is dualistic. Meaning happiness and sadness are on the same pole, just varying degrees. Why is this important? This is so important because in any given moment in your life, when you're having thoughts, when you're having emotions, and when you're behaving in a certain way, when your emotions are not in alignment, or your thoughts are not in alignment, or your actions are not in alignment, you have the power to simply shift the pole. Meaning you have the power to simply shift to the opposite side. Okay? You have the power to, because again, love, hate, good, evil, masculine, feminine, it's all the same. You really need to understand that they're all the same. Okay? And so even in moments where you feel triggered, the exact opposite of being triggered is healing. But the thing is what are you focused on in those moments? What are you persistent in those moments? Where are you sending your energy to in those moments? And oftentimes, because you don't understand that sadness and happiness are on the same thing, on the same scale, you keep going down the rabbit hole of sadness. You keep going down the rabbit hole of anger. You keep going down the rabbit hole of disappointment, of rejection, of abandonment, of all of these things, not understanding that the law of polarity literally says that if you're feeling rejected, the exact opposite of that is acceptance, and they exist on the same scale, right? They exist on the same pole. It's just a matter of where you are placing your focus. But because you don't understand that the opposite, the high vibrational emotion, is right on the opposite side of whatever it is that you're thinking, feeling, or acting, you continue to go down the rabbit hole of what is against what you want to experience. Let me get a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you are understanding the simple fact that in any given moment, you have to make a choice. And oftentimes when you are triggered, instead of you shifting the pole, right? Instead of you shifting the pole, you continue to journey down the self-sabotage, like Iman said. You continue to travel down the self-sabotage, and you continue to do the things that are not in alignment with what it is that you are desiring to have and experience. You don't understand yet that love and hate are the same. They're the same. How do we know this? How do we know this? Somebody can love you so deeply that they will climb Mount Everest to rescue you. They will go to the ends of the earth to be with you. They love you that much. But that love, that intensity of love is so strong and it is so real that they will also murder somebody or murder you if you wanted to be in a relationship with somebody else. Because that emotion is the same. It is just how it is channeled that is different. How that energy, how that emotion is channeled is what makes the difference. Polarity. So when you understand that, now you don't have to go against yourself, and you can really realize that every experience that you are having is shaping you to be who you want to be. Is shaping you to have the life that you want to have. It just all depends on where you place your focus. Polarity. You say you want love, and you've manifested some type of partnership, you've manifested some sort of relationship, but instead of you surrendering to the love that you want, you start to focus your attention on what this person doesn't have. You focus your attention on what they don't do for you. So you are focused on the opposite side of that pole, and therefore you're contradicting yourself, which the guy in Married at First Sight, his name is Johnny. He has an abandonment wound too, right? His father divorced from his mother when he was a kid. Father moved, him and his mother stayed in Houston. They're in Houston, by the way. Him and his mother stayed in Houston. His father moved to California. So he has an abandonment wound. And he really struggles with self-acceptance. He struggles with self-acceptance. And because he struggles with self-acceptance, the person that he's been married to, he nitpicks every single little thing about her. And she's there. She's present. She's wanting to love him. She's wanting to have a relationship with him. She's patient. She's present. But because he has this abandonment wound, he doesn't understand how polarity works. He doesn't understand that with all good, there's going to be some bad. With all bad, there's going to be some good. He doesn't understand that there's no such thing as perfection within humanity. There is perfection within spirit. There's no such thing as perfection within humanity. Because as a manifestation on this human realm, we decide to come into a place of polarity. And so instead of him understanding that, okay, she may have some things that are not favorable, that may not be the best, but she's here with me. Instead of focusing on the fact that she's here with you, she's present, and she's not abandoning him in this situation, he wants to nitpick every little thing about her, self-sabotaging, focusing on that one side of the pole, contradicting himself for what he actually wants. And honey, if he don't heal, ain't nobody gonna ever work for him. I'll just tell you that right now. It's impossible. If he doesn't heal, nobody is ever gonna work for this guy, Johnny, on Married at First Sight. And he's so freaking emotional. But he's so blinded to the fact that it is his abandonment wound that is blocking him from creating a healthy relationship. He doesn't understand that he has his own inner contradiction going on. Okay? You saying you want somebody that loves you, that's present, that's there for you, but then you push them away because you nasty, you mean, and you all of that good stuff. Polarity. He doesn't understand that he doesn't understand the essence of polarity, meaning there's always going to be some good and some bad. Always. They exist at the same time. There's always going to be happiness and sadness. They exist at the same time. What you focus on is what you end up creating. So some of you are saying, I want abundance, but then you're turning around and you're focusing on what you don't have. You're contradicting yourself, and you're not understanding the laws of polarity. No matter how much money you make in your pocket, there's always going to be an expense. As much money as you make, there's going to be more money to spend. Polarity. You have to understand that. Okay? Let's move on to the next reason why we contradict ourselves. The next reason why we contradict ourselves is because we really lack presence. We lack presence. And a lot of times, just like, oh my God, y'all got to watch Married at First Sight. Watch these people. And listen, I'm not calling them crazy or anything like that. I'm literally just saying that when you don't heal and you get in a relationship, and here's the thing, relationships are meant to show you things that you have not resolved. You're not meant to go in a relationship having all of your shit figured out, It's impossible. The person who you are with is always going to show you a deeper level of yourself. So you got to go into a relationship expecting that. That's what you do need to go in a relationship with. You need to go in a relationship with the understanding that this person is going to do something that triggers something within me, but it's an opportunity for me to grow. It's an opportunity for me to expand if I can see it that way and if I can embrace the lesson. And if this person is worth that, okay? One of the major things, though, that makes us contradict ourselves and therefore block our blessings, like the boy Johnny on Married at First Sight, he really could have him a ride or die wife. He probably really could have him a ride or die wife in this girl bio, because she's been taking a lot from him. The guy on Married at First Sight, Zach, I mean, he could really be a blessing to this girl, Michaela, but she is so contradictory. I want somebody to love me through my abandonment, but right when things get tough, she abandoning shit first. She like, you know what, just go. And then when the person leaves, when he leaves, oh my God, y'all, she throws a fit. Very toxic. I'm talking about throwing stuff. I'm talking about uncontrolled anger. Sis need a lot of therapy. Sis need a lot of healing. Sis need a lot of therapy and a lot of healing. Like you don't need to go in any marriage with that type of energy. But the reason why she does that is because she lacks presence. The reason why you contradict yourself is because you lack presence. Meaning, in any given situation, you are in your head instead of in the moment. And because you are in your head instead of being in the moment, because you're blaming yourself for whatever is happening in front of you, because you think you are the cause for the toxicity, because you think you are the cause for another person's emotion, because you think you are all of those things, You miss the truth of what's actually taking place in front of you. You are so detached from reality. You're so detached from reality, family. You need to find presence, meaning you need to be in the moment. You need to practice The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Go get that book. Really, really simple read. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Because when you are not present in the now, you start contradicting yourself because you are time traveling to a space, to a place, and to a time where the things that you no longer want to experience still exist. Let me say that again. When you are contradicting yourself, it is because you are time traveling to a time and place where the reality you no longer want to experience still exists. Meaning you are not right here. You are an energy. You are a spirit, which means you have endless potential to go to the future, to go to the past, or be right here, right now. And what we end up doing is being in our past in any present moment. We're in the past. And because we're there, I'm saying that I want love. I'm saying that I want abundance. I'm saying that I want a business. I'm saying that I want healthiness, wholeness, healness. I'm saying that I want those things. But the way that I'm showing up right now is from who I was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's because I'm still holding on to the trauma. I'm still holding on to the beliefs. I'm still holding on to the understanding of who I was then. And I'm not understanding the possibilities that are available to me now. There's a song by Amel Leroux that says, he's got infinite possibilities. I can see them now. Infinite possibilities. When you come into the moment, you have infinite possibilities. You can create anything. Okay? So presence, being in the now, is what allows you to be conscious of your thoughts, of your actions, of your feelings, to ensure they align with the desires of your heart. So when you become present, you get to say, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to say? How do I want to feel? How do I want to act? How do I want to move forward? When you become present, this allows you to align with the desires of your heart instead of going against them. When you go against the desires of your heart, when you say you want love, but then you act in hate. When you say you want partnership, but you act solo dolo. When you do those things, you're blocking your blessings. Okay? Again, a lot of times we do this because we have unhealed trauma. A lot of times we do this because we are unsure of ourselves, and we want not to repeat our trauma so much that we repeat our trauma. I don't want to do the same thing my father did. I don't want to do the same thing my mother did. And you're focusing your attention is on that thing so much, and your polarity is so skewed in that situation so much that you have to experience it again. You have to create it again so that you can transform your perception. Again, I challenge all of y'all to challenge your perception. Is the way you are viewing and seeing the world accurate? Ask yourself that question any given moment. All right? Possession. You become overtaken by your shadow self, your wounded child, your ego. The reason why you contradict yourself is because you're possessed. And you ain't possessed by no demonic spirit. You're not possessed by no negative energy. You are possessed by your own trauma, your own wounded child, your own ego. The girl on Married at First Sight, she starts going so crazy when she get mad. I'd be like, she's gone. She's gone. She's no longer present. She's no longer here. Her inner child is fighting. Her inner child is like see me, stay with me, love me, be here with me. But the way she's trying to get that affection, the way that she's trying to receive that love, the way that she's trying to receive that presence is opposite of how you actually get that. You don't get presence, you don't get love by fighting someone. You're contradicting yourself. And you're contradicting yourself because you are possessed. Your wounded child, your shadow self, your ego, it comes up and it takes over. Okay? You allow your past trauma to cloud your judgment in the present. Shout out, thank you for the donation, Sarah. I'll be talking to you soon. No worries. I'm excited for our conversation in a little bit. Mystic Storm Spirituality, shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. I love it. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I'm here for the work. I'm here for the work. All right. You contradict yourself because your judgment is clouded by your past trauma in the present moment. You're possessed. You're not even you anymore. Well, you're an aspect of you, but you're an aspect of you that is unhealed. You're an aspect of you that is still hurting. Okay? You're possessed. You're possessed. We're going to talk about dealing with all of this. Proneness. The fourth reason why you contradict yourself and therefore block your blessings is your proneness, meaning you have a liability to suffer from or experience something regrettable or unwelcome. Susceptibility. It's so yummy. This is so good. This brings me pleasure. I hope it's bringing y'all pleasure, but it brings me pleasure to have the conversation. It's like, it's so good. It's so good. This brings me pleasure. I hope this brings y'all pleasure as much as it brings me pleasure. Brings me pleasure. You have a proneness. And what do I mean by proneness? I mean, you have habits. You have habits. I'm prone to behave, to react, to think, and to feel in a certain way. And because I'm prone to this, because this way of thinking, feeling, and acting is my habits, I'm always going against what I want. I'm always going against what I desire to have and experience. I'm prone. I'm prone to trauma. I'm prone to emotions, low vibrational emotions. I'm prone to negative thinking. I'm prone to arguments, to fights, to negativity. I am prone, and I'm not saying I am. I'm giving y'all a reference. I'm giving y'all a reference. Okay, I'm really trying to get y'all to take responsibility. Okay, I need you to take responsibility. Your mental, emotional, and physical habits stop you from experiencing the new reality you are claiming to want to have. You claim you want abundance, but you are prone to not having them bills paid on time. You claim you want love and relationships, but you are prone to be toxic, to be negative, and be gossipy. You claim you want to start a business, but you are prone to a lack of self-value, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Your proneness, your liability, your susceptibility to being receptive to things that are unwelcoming to what you desire is why you keep contradicting yourself. You like, how can I have love and relationships if I've never had love and relationships before? I'm always prone to toxic relationships. These are the thought processes that you have going on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell y'all. So let me make this last statement about proneness. You contradict yourself because you are prone to revert back to what is typical and what is normal for you. How many of y'all know that you are addicted to your trauma? You are addicted to these emotions. You are addicted to these thought forms. And you got to understand that these thought forms are addicted to you. They are thought processes. They're entities. They're energies. And I don't say this to scare you, to spook you, or anything like that. It's just the reality of it. And the more energy, the more emotion you give these habits, these mental habits, the more energy you give them, the stronger they become. The stronger they become, the more part of you they are. So some of you are addicted to telling the same old story, even though the story is not in alignment with what you're seeking to create for yourself. So you have to stop telling yourself the same story. No matter what is presenting itself in your physical reality, you have to stop saying that what is happening in your physical reality is what always happens. What's happening in physical reality, it never happens for me. Oh, they always get this. I never get that. The more you keep telling yourself that story, the more prone you are to manifesting things that are unwelcoming. The more prone you are to manifesting things that you regret. The more prone you are to suffering. It's time to tell yourself a new story. Last slide, and then I got to go because I got a call. So how do we start to create inner balance so that we stop contradicting ourselves, so that we can receive the blessings that we are speaking, so that we can receive the things that we desire to create? How do we create an internal balance? Because it is your internal balance that is going to create your reality. And when I'm saying balance, I'm talking about a connection between your mind and your heart. A connection between your mind and your heart. The wounded child, the ego, the shadow self are aspects of the mind. And when you let your mind take control, this is you acting and behaving from a place of protection rather than a place of trust. The heart is connected to the intuition. This is why Bobby Hemmett always said in his videos, whenever they mummified a pharaoh, they threw away the brain and they kept the heart. The heart is your connection to the intuition, to the spirit. That's why it says, let your heart be light. Your heart should be as light as a feather. That's why we see images of Jesus with his hand on his heart and like pointing upward. The heart. Okay? So how do we create inner balance? The first thing that you have to do is begin with clarity. I need you to be clear. I need you to be precise. I need you to have a vision on what it is that you want for your life. If you cannot get clarity, if your vision is clouded, I want you to address your worthiness. I want you to address your value. I want you to address your feelings of deservingness. Do you feel like you deserve to have the life, the love, the wealth, the abundance, the business that you want? Do you feel worthy of the life, the love, the abundance, the business that you want? The health that you want? The well-being that you want? The holiness that you want? Okay? Do you feel worthy of that? A lot of times, if you cannot say, I want this, I want to experience that, if you cannot do that, a lot of times it's because you have an inner battle going on that says, I don't think that I can. I don't think that I should. I don't think that I will. I don't think that I'm good enough to experience this. Okay? If that is an issue that you have, we got healing work to do. It's really that simple. After you become clear about what it is that you want, the next thing that you have to do is start breaking old habits. You break one at a time. You break one at a time. Don't try to stop smoking and stop drinking at the same time. Your mind, your ego, your wounded child, and these entities, these thought forms, they're going to go crazy if you try to do all of that. So focus on one thing at a time. What is your spirit telling you right now that you need to let go of that is standing in the way of you getting to this next level of consciousness? That is standing in the way of you getting to this next place of growth, of evolvement. What is that one thing? Yes, you probably got 10 things that you can name. I know I do. I got a lot of shit that I can name that I need to let go of, move on, separate from. I got a lot. But spirit is always giving you just one thing. If you focus on this one thing, all of the rest will unfold right before you. Okay? So what is that one thing that Spirit is telling you? Break this habit. Stop smoking this weed. Stop drinking this alcohol. Stop watching TV. Get off of Instagram. Pick up a book. What is one habit? It can be a mental habit. It can be a thought. Spirit may be saying, let's transmute this thought. Spirit may be saying, let's focus on where this thought comes from and what is the opposite side of that thought that does serve your highest good. Let's focus on developing that. Spirit may be telling you that. Spirit may be saying, let's heal, let's transform this emotional habit. Let's transform this trigger. Why you always are triggered by this same thing, let's deal with that. Spirit may be telling you that, okay? Spirit may be telling you, like I said, stop smoking. Stop eating cookies at night all the time, right? Spirit may be saying, stop procrastinating. Procrastination is a disguise of a fear. And the fear is really one of, is what I'm creating going to be good enough? Is it going to be liked? Are people going to accept it? Is it going to be successful? Is this thing that I'm creating going to be successful? Can I actually heal? Can I transform? Can I be who I see? That's where procrastination comes from. And that may be a thing that Spirit is saying, it's time to break that habit. Okay? It's time to break that habit. Third, what you need to do is develop new beliefs. The way that you develop new beliefs is by gaining more knowledge, gaining more wisdom, reading more, listening more, meditating more. When you gain more knowledge, more understanding of the world, see, y'all, our perception of the world can be so limited. And when you have a limited perception, you have limiting beliefs. So when you decide to go out into the world to learn more, and then also to go into your inner world to learn more, you expand. The more you expand, the more expansive your beliefs become, and the more faith you have in yourself. The more faith you have in yourself. The more faith you have in yourself, the more willing you are to take risk in creating a new reality. All right, you know what? I'm going to take this risk. I'm going to go out on this date. I'm going to go out on this date and I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to take this risk and I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to take this risk and I'm going to invest this money. I'm going to invest this money into myself. I'm going to take this risk. I'm going to go for it. You do this, the more your mind expands. So to develop new beliefs is to develop new self-talk. It's to develop new predominant thoughts. And when you have new beliefs, you have a new attitude. When you have a new attitude, this means the way that you view the world and the way that you feel the world is from a more positive viewpoint. It's from a place where you understand, okay, I got this. No matter what is showing up in my reality, I can choose to view it from the high vibrational standpoint. The more that I choose to view the world from a high vibrational standpoint, the more likely the odds are going to be in my favor to have a positive outcome, regardless of what the doctor said, regardless of what the teacher said, regardless of what my mama did, regardless of what my daddy did. Because I'm choosing to shift my beliefs, this is going to affect my attitude. Your attitude is your predominant view of the world, your predominant thoughts, your predominant feelings of the world. When those thoughts and feelings are dominantly on the positive, more high vibrational side, regardless of what you are seeing with your two human eyes, so you need to be able to see beyond the humanity. You need to be able to see into spirit. When you can go beyond that, now you are in a space where things just seem to work out in your favor. Lavania Williams Perry, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that love. Thank you. Lastly, second to last. Number 4, you need self-accountability and self-control. You need self-accountability and self-control. If you are never willing to take accountability, you're going to keep contradicting yourself. The more you contradict yourself, the more you block your blessings. Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions need to be in alignment with what you are wanting to have and experience. Okay? Drink your water too. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Okay. You need to drink your water. Self-accountability. Self-accountability. I'm accountable for my thoughts, for my feelings, for my actions. It's 11:11 over here. Let me get 11:11 in the chat from all of y'all. Let's power up on that energy. Let's put 11:11 in the chat. Let's power up. It's 11:11 over here. I'm going to take a moment. I want all of y'all to take a moment. Take a deep breath. It may be 12:11 where you are at. It may be 9:11 where you are at. That's not the point. It's 11:11 where I'm at. Take a deep breath. I know. Spirit is moving over here because I'm talking super fast. I'm hot as hell. Spirit is really moving over here. You know, when you just be going off, like I'm just going off. Like I feel like I'm just going off. So I'm grateful that Spirit showed me that 11:11 so I could take a breath. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, 12:12. That's what's up, Natasha. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. Thank y'all over here on IG. Thank y'all over here on YouTube. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. So, self-accountability and self-control. It's so important, y'all, to understand that you are the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your emotions. And you get to decide what thoughts, what emotions, and what actions you decide to take, you decide to invest in. You get to make that choice. But you have to be accountable. You have to know and recognize your patterns, your habits, your ways of viewing the world. You have to know that. And when you come to the realization of that, you have to make the conscious choice to do what is in alignment with what you're seeking to have. But when you lack accountability, when everything is external, when everybody else is blamed for everything that is going on in your life, when it's everybody else's fault but yours, you're going to have contradiction. Why are you going to have contradiction when you're not self-accountable, when you don't have self-control? You're going to have contradiction because on one hand, you're saying, I create my reality. One hand, you're saying, I'm abundant. I am worthy of love. I'm worthy of healing. But then you're giving that control to somebody else. On one hand, you're saying, I am this and I am that. But you do not take accountability for the creation and for the manifestation of it. You're contradicting yourself. Even when you say, oh, he done made me mad. She done made me mad. They did this and they did that. You're not taking accountability. And because you are not taking accountability, somebody else is in control of the amount of money you make. Somebody else is in control of how your relationships pan out. Somebody else is in control of your healing, your health, and your well-being. Got to stop contradicting yourself. One way that you stop contradicting yourself is to become self-accountable and to have self-control, to check yourself. You need to examine yourself. How am I feeling? How am I thinking? How am I acting? And are these actions, thoughts, and feelings in alignment with what I am seeking to create? It's not. And if it's not, you need to be woman enough, man enough to say, okay, it's not. I'm fucking up. I'm messing up. I'm falling short. It ain't nobody else's fault but mine. I'm going to take self-accountability. I'm going to have self-control, and I am going to make the changes and the adjustments necessary to align with what I do want. I'm not getting enough done throughout the day. You know, my day is just, I don't know what's happening in my day. Well, you need to be accountable for that and wake up earlier. You need to be accountable for that and create a plan. Get you a schedule, write it out. Whatever it is that you need to do, you need to have accountability. And you need to control yourself to make sure that you get it done. The last thing, the fifth thing that you need to do in order to create inner balance so that you are no longer contradicting yourself and you're no longer blocking your blessings. The last thing that you need to do is be in the now. How can you fully invest in this moment? How can you fully tune in, turn on to this present state of being? And I tell you, when you do that, there is such a peace. Like even right now with me doing this video, my mind is nowhere else but this video, but this content, but talking to y'all about this understanding and this blessing, this download that Spirit has laid upon me to share with you. And it allows me to deliver it to you in a way that is going to connect with you on a very deep spiritual level, and that is really going to encourage you to start taking action on your life and to start paying attention to your inner contradictions. This meeting, this coming together right now that is taking place for us is going to push you, not even on a conscious level, on a subconscious level, because I'm so tuned into right now. And if you are tuned into right now, right? Like you're not everywhere doing everything. Really, phone? I'm sorry, y'all. See, I'm back, IG. I'm back. I guess my phone fell asleep. If you tune in fully in this moment, in the present, your thoughts not running around everywhere, feelings not running around everywhere, you are not running around everywhere. If you tune into this moment, you're going to receive something that is going to give you guidance on how to move and how to continue creating what you want. See, the inner contradiction is the devil and the angel on your shoulder. It's your trauma, your higher self, right? It's your wounded child and your adult self, right? Your grown self. It is your ego and your intuition. And they go back and forth. And oftentimes, it's so much easier to go with the ego. I tell you, oftentimes it's so much easier to go with the ego because the ego is a creature of habit. Intuition, on the other side, is a manifestation of infinite possibility and unknown. And when you have to surrender to the unknown, that is such a scary thing for the ego until you train it enough to understand. Like you can work with your ego so much that it gives up trying to be in control, which that's the ultimate goal. The ego serves to protect you. So you let it do that. You let it protect you, but you also have your ego in check to such a level. You also have your ego in check to such a level that it isn't giving you the psychological fear, meaning you're afraid of something that is not even present. You're procrastinating for something that is not even here. You are angry because you are perceiving the situation for something that is not even happening. You're triggered right now because you believe somebody is stepping on your toes, is coming for you, is doing this, is doing that, but they're not even doing that. They're dealing with their own shit. And your ego has been trained to take those things personally. Okay? The ego is a creature of habit. Intuition is a creature of unknown. It's like, take this risk, take this possibility, do something different. So how do you become present in the now, especially when we're in our heads? So your mind is going here, here, here. You got this voice, you got this voice. You got all of these different voices. You have all of these different fragments of you. You got your wounded child. You got your happy self as a child. You got your mother self, your wife self, your sexy self, your teacher self, your employer self. You have all of these different aspects of you. Becoming present in the now means observing those thoughts and not attaching to them. Becoming present in the now is realizing that you are the being that is listening to the thoughts and not the thought itself. When you think you're the thought, you're not present in the now. Becoming present in the now is understanding that you are the space in between thoughts. Becoming present in the now is understanding that you are the space in between thoughts. So just for that millisecond when there is no thought, that is you. Because in that space is infinite possibilities. She's got infinite possibilities. I can see them now. Y'all go check that song out by Amel Leroux. Infinite Possibilities. Go check that song out. I want y'all to tap into that song. Infinite possibilities. Because when you tune into spirit, there are infinite possibilities. There's no limitations on what it is that you can create. You just have to begin with clarity. Know what it is that you want. Don't put any limitations on how that can manifest. You have to start breaking old habits. You have to understand that some of the ways you've been thinking, feeling, and acting are not in alignment with the vision and with the picture that you have for your life. You have to develop new beliefs. To do that, you need to learn more, you need to study more, and you need to apply what you learn so that you gain wisdom. When you gain wisdom, now you have a new understanding. And because you have a new understanding, now your beliefs about the world and about you change. You have to develop new beliefs. You need self-accountability and self-control. Self-accountability and self-control. You decide. Be responsible. Hold yourself accountable. No one else is to blame for your manifestations. No one else is to blame for your emotions. No one else is to blame for your thoughts. No one else is to blame for your actions. No one else is to blame for your contradiction. That's you. And when you take self-accountability, now you can have self-control and you can be conscious about what you do, say, think, act, so that it aligns with the blessings that you are wanting to manifest. Then lastly, become present in the now. All right? Yes, y'all. So I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining me on this awesome build. Shout out to everybody here on IG. What is up? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for sharing this video, Lenny, to your friend. That's awesome. I love that. Peace, Erica. Tangela, you came on over here. Blaylock, what's up? Higher Self, thank you for being here. She is real. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you, Bree. Starvin. Yeah, Starvin. What's up? Amanda. What is up? What is up? That word, I don't know. I can't even say what that name is. Intucent. Love you though. Love you though. Glad to have you here. Internal alignment, mystical crystal. Ann, what's up, Ann? Dream, what's up, babe? And then everybody over here on YouTube. Shout out to y'all for the donations. I appreciate that love. I feel that love. I feel that. I appreciate that. If any of this, any aspect of what we talked about today is a challenge for you, set up a complimentary call. Let's get on the phone and talk about it. I'm really in a space of like debating how many coaching clients I'm taking because I'm so pregnant right now. Like I got 3 weeks left until my due date. So I don't know how many clients I'm taking right now, but if you feel pulled to work with me, then reach out and we can have a discussion about it. And you can do that by hitting the link in any one of my bios. It's there, YouTube and Instagram. And then lastly, y'all, the Master Student Conference, we are less than a month away. That is taking place on November 26th, right here in Houston, Texas. But the awesome thing is that you don't have to be here in Houston. You can tune in live. You can tune in via live stream. It's going to be me, Dream, Brother Yosef, Will Capru, Travis Majors, Mook, and Conjure Queen. And we are so excited to talk to y'all and to get to know y'all in person. Who knows if I'll be pregnant or not? Who knows? We're just going to trust that everything is going to work out in divine alignment. In order to connect with me in any way, shape, or form, hit the link in the bio. I'm there for you. And I'm looking forward to all the new stuff that I am creating. Sisters, if you have womb stuff that you're working on, you want to connect with your divine feminine energy, make sure that you go to my website and get the womb prayer. Yes. Make sure you go get the womb prayer on my website. That is there for you. Go get the womb prayer. And I'll see y'all. And then happy belated birthday to my brother Jock Mad Titan. Happy Happy belated birthday to you, bro. I hope you enjoyed your day. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I hope you enjoy the month. I hope you enjoy Scorpio season. Okay. Again, love y'all, and we'll talk soon. Like and share the video. If this video gave you some sort of value, I want to know about it, right? I want to know about it. That on the human level, that affects the algorithms, but on the spiritual level, it really confirms and affirms me being in my purpose. So if it resonated with you, leave a comment on YouTube or here on Instagram. Leave a comment once the video is done loading. Share it like Lenny did in the midst of the video. You go, girl. All right. Thank you for that. And then, yeah, leave a comment, and I would love to talk to y'all about the content. Let me know what you resonate with, what you didn't resonate with, what you need help with, what you've mastered. I want to hear about it. Let's talk about it more. All right. Anywho's, love y'all. Got a phone call to make and got a whole bunch of other stuff to do. And we'll be talking soon. Peace.